Ladies and gentlemen, now before you watch this video, I just want to let you know that some of the images used in this video are graphic, so be warned. I'm here to talk about the genocide and the ethnic cleansing that is happening in Sudan. Well, for those people who don't understand, as we speak right now, more than 150,000 people have lost their lives since 2023. This conflict didn't happen just recently. It started a long time ago. We had different factions that were armed by the government, and they later turned out to be terrorist organizations. So people are just hearing about the R.S.F that is led by Hemedi. Now what happened is that in the late, or rather the early 1980s, there was a group that was armed by the Sudanese government and a faction of the Libyan government, whereby they armed some of the nomad groups that used to live around the Darfur region, that is the western side of Sudan. They armed them to act as a military deterrent from the Chad nomads who were trying to invade Sudan, and there was a conflict between the two communities, which was about land and animals. So there was banditry that was happening around there at the same time. But now, this group, which was by then called the Janjaweed, which Janjaweed stands for Janja, that is spirit, and Weed, the horse. So they were arming themselves with these kind of slogans, and they later grew up to be a very tough paramilitary group. Now, stick with me right here. Hemedi, who's now the leader of R.S.F, was a faction of the fighters who were fighting in Janjaweed, and the Sudanese government later tried to, incorporate these people into the military army, but they still maintained their group. They never disintegrated, or they never dissolved completely to be part of the government. They were actually signed in under the National Intelligence of Sudan. Now, whatever is happening right now in Sudan is really heartbreaking. More than 150 people have lost their lives since 2023. R.S.F was formed in 2013 by Hemedi, who was incorporated into the government and became the vice president. But later, he formed a coup to ousted the sitting president, who was Bashir by that time. And later he fought now to become the leader of Sudan. Now, it's quite difficult to understand why this ethnic cleansing is happening, because